Have you ever found yourself in a situation where a well-meaning comment or question from a family member left you feeling just a little bit uneasy? Maybe even a little invaded. Perhaps you shared something personal, only to have it become a topic of discussion you never intended. Or worse, a source of worry or expectation that weighed heavily on your shoulders. It's a painful reality that, as we grow older, the lines between helpful support and overstepping can sometimes blur. Even with the people we love the most. We cherish our families. We truly do. But sometimes, for our own peace of mind and personal freedom, there are certain things that are simply better kept private. It's not about being secretive or untrusting. It's about protecting your own autonomy, your boundaries, and your journey as you navigate this beautiful stage of life. After 65, you've earned the right to live life on your own terms, without constant scrutiny or unsolicited advice on every aspect of your existence. In this video, we're going to explore 5 sensitive areas, 5 secrets, if you will, that you might find are best kept to yourself when it comes to family conversations. These aren't dark, hidden truths, but rather aspects of your life that, if shared unwisely, can lead to unnecessary stress, conflict, or a feeling of losing control over your own narrative. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you about maintaining your independence. Now, let's dive right into the first of these private spaces, and it's one that often comes with the most pressure and unspoken expectations: your finances. It can feel almost unnatural, can't it, to not openly discuss your financial situation with your adult children or other close family. After all, they might be worried about your well-being, or perhaps they're even hoping to plan for the future. But here's the often uncomfortable truth: sharing the exact details of your wealth, your savings, your investments, or even your precise retirement income can open a Pandora's box of unintended consequences. Think about it. If family members know exactly how much you have, it can inadvertently create an expectation. Perhaps they'll start hinting at needing help with a down payment, or a grandchild's university fees, or even an unexpected bill. Suddenly, your hard-earned savings, meant for your comfort and security in your later years, start to feel like a shared resource, a communal pot, rather than your personal reserve. Or, on the flip side, if they perceive you have less than they expected, they might start to worry excessively, perhaps even pushing you to make financial decisions you're not comfortable with, or insisting on supporting you in ways that chip away at your sense of independence. Imagine the gentle pressure to downsize your home when you're perfectly happy where you are, all because they've made assumptions about your future needs based on incomplete financial information. It's a heavy burden, isn't it, to constantly feel like you're managing others' expectations about your money. Instead of full disclosure, consider what information is truly necessary for your family to know for practical purposes. Perhaps it's sharing the location of important documents, or the name of your executor, or who holds your power of attorney, essential information for a time when you might truly need their help. But the specific dollar figures, the exact inheritance plans, those can often be reserved for your own private contemplation, or for discussions with a trusted financial advisor who understands your long-term goals and isn't swayed by family dynamics. This allows you to make decisions based on your own needs and desires, free from the influence of others' hopes or anxieties. It allows you to enjoy your money for yourself, whether that means traveling, pursuing a hobby, or simply having the peace of mind that comes with security, without feeling obligated to explain or justify every penny. Your financial journey is uniquely yours, and protecting its privacy helps ensure it remains that way. Now, let's turn our attention to another very personal area, one that can also invite unsolicited advice and worry: the nitty-gritty details of your health. It's natural for our loved ones to care about us, especially as we age. They want us to be well, to be active, and to be around for a long time. However, constantly sharing every minor ache, every little twinge, or every single detail of your doctor's appointments can unintentionally turn you into the sick family member. Even if you're actually quite robust. Consider the scenario you mention a slight stiffness in your knee after a long walk, something completely normal for active individuals. Suddenly, you might find yourself fielding calls asking if you've seen a specialist, if you're taking the right supplements, or if you should stop walking altogether. What began as a simple, passing observation can escalate into a source of anxiety for your family, which then bounces back to you. You might start feeling pressured to justify your choices, to explain why you aren't trying that new miracle cure a relative saw on the internet, or to constantly reassure them that you're fine. This kind of well-intentioned but often overbearing concern can, ironically, make you feel less resilient, less capable, and more focused on your body's minor complaints than on its overall strength and vitality. It's important to share critical health information. Of course, if you have a serious diagnosis, if you need support with a major medical procedure, or if your health truly impacts your ability to care for yourself, then open communication is absolutely vital. But the daily digest of minor symptoms, the details of routine checkups where everything is mostly normal, or the specifics of every prescription you take, these details can often be kept private. Focus on maintaining a positive outlook on your health, engaging in activities that bring you joy and keep you active, and sharing your general well-being rather than your specific ailments. This allows your family to see you as the vibrant, independent person you are, rather than constantly worrying about your physical vulnerabilities. It shifts the focus from potential problems to celebrating your continued health and vitality, allowing you to enjoy your days without the constant feeling of being under a magnifying glass. Moving on from our health, let's delve into the third area, where discretion can be your greatest ally: your long-term living arrangements and future care preferences. This is a topic that often arises from genuine concern, as adult children naturally want to ensure their parents are safe and comfortable as they age. However, discussing your potential plans for downsizing, moving into a retirement community, or even expressing preliminary thoughts about future care needs too early or in too much detail can often create more problems than it solves. Imagine casually mentioning that you've been looking at a few brochures for independent living communities, just out of curiosity. Before you know it, your children might start clearing out your attic, planning your move, and perhaps even picking out furniture for a place you're only vaguely considering. They might interpret your exploratory interest as a firm decision. Or worse, they might have strong opinions about where you should live, how you should live, and what your care should look like. These well-intentioned interventions can quickly turn into a feeling of being pushed, of losing control over your own choices and your own timeline. You might feel pressured to move before you're truly ready, or to consider options that don't align with your personal vision for your future, simply to alleviate their anxieties or fulfill their ideas of what's best for you. It's a very personal decision, where you want to spend your later years, and it should be driven by your desires, your comfort, and your readiness, not by external timelines or pressures. Instead of sharing every tentative thought or every pamphlet you pick up, consider making a firm decision for yourself first, perhaps after consulting with professionals or trusted friends who understand your unique situation. Once you have a clear plan, or at least a strong direction, you can then share it with your family in a way that communicates your decision, rather than inviting a debate. You can frame it as, "I've carefully considered my options, and I've decided that this is the path I want to take," rather than, "What do you all think about me moving here?" This approach empowers you to maintain control over your own life choices, allowing you to move forward with confidence and peace of mind, knowing that you are steering your own ship. Your home, your comfort, and your future living situation are deeply personal, and protecting that decision-making process is paramount to your continued independence. Now, let's explore a fourth area that can be surprisingly delicate: especially for those who may have lost a long-term partner or spouse, new romantic relationships, or even very close, new friendships. After a certain age, many family members, particularly adult children, can become quite protective, sometimes even overly so, of their parents. While this often stems from love and concern, it can also manifest as suspicion or judgment when a new significant person enters your life. Think about it from their perspective. They've known you and perhaps your previous partner for decades. A new person can feel like an intrusion, a threat to established family dynamics, or even a potential vulnerability. They might question the newcomer's intentions, their background, or whether they're good enough for you. You might find yourself having to justify your choices, defend your new relationship, or navigate uncomfortable interrogations about your personal life. This pressure can stifle a budding relationship, making it difficult for you to simply enjoy the companionship and connection you've found. It can strip away the joy and excitement of a new chapter, replacing it with the stress of managing family opinions and expectations. It's your life, your heart, and your choice to seek companionship and connection. And it should be a source of happiness, not a family council meeting. Instead of immediately introducing every new friend or romantic interest to the entire family circle, consider allowing these relationships to develop organically and privately first. Spend time getting to know the person, building a foundation of trust and understanding without external pressures. When and if the time feels right, and you are confident in the relationship, you can then choose how and when to introduce them, perhaps starting with a casual meeting with one or two family members, rather than a grand family announcement. This approach protects the new relationship from premature scrutiny and allows you to enjoy the process of connection on your own terms. It also respects your privacy and your right to form new bonds without the immediate need for family approval. Your emotional life and your relationships are incredibly personal, and maintaining a healthy boundary here ensures that your happiness remains your own priority. Finally, let's delve into our fifth and perhaps most sensitive secret, one that can be surprisingly freeing to keep to yourself past regrets or deeply personal mistakes. As we age, we naturally reflect on our lives, the paths we've taken, and the choices we've made. And while there's immense value in learning from our past, constantly replaying old grievances, sharing deeply personal past mistakes that no longer serve a purpose, or burdening your family with your long-held regrets can, paradoxically, hinder your ability to live fully in the present. Imagine sharing a regret about a career path you didn't take, or a long-ago personal choice that caused you sorrow. While you might be seeking understanding or even absolution, what often happens is that your family, particularly your children, can internalize that regret. They might start to feel sad for you, or even guilty, thinking about what could have been. This can create an emotional weight for them, rather than a release for you. Or perhaps you reveal an old, sensitive family secret that you've carried for years. While you might feel a need to unburden yourself, this revelation could reopen old wounds for others, cause fresh conflict, or simply burden younger generations with a past that isn't theirs to carry. It's not that your feelings aren't valid. They absolutely are. But sometimes, carrying certain historical burdens, or sharing them in a way that simply transfers the weight, can prevent everyone from moving forward with a sense of peace and optimism. Instead of offloading every past regret or mistake onto your family, consider exploring these feelings in a private, constructive way. Journaling can be incredibly therapeutic, allowing you to process emotions without external judgment. Talking to a trusted friend, a spiritual advisor, or even a professional therapist can provide a safe space to explore these deeper issues, allowing you to gain perspective and find a sense of closure without burdening your loved ones. The goal isn't to deny your past, but to integrate it into your life story in a way that empowers you, rather than holds you back or creates unnecessary emotional baggage for your family. Focus on the wisdom you've gained, the strength you've developed, and the joy you can still find in each new day. Your journey has made you who you are. And while imperfections are part of that, you have the power to decide which parts of that story you choose to share and which you process privately for your own well-being. So, we've talked about keeping your specific finances private, understanding that not every ache needs to be a headline, making your own choices about your living situation before announcing them, letting new relationships flourish quietly, and choosing wisely what past regrets you share. These aren't about building walls, but about building healthy boundaries. They're about maintaining your personal space and your autonomy, allowing you to enjoy this wonderful chapter of your life on your own terms. Remember, you've spent a lifetime building your wisdom, your resilience, and your identity. You deserve to live out your later years with a profound sense of peace and self-determination. Small shifts in how you manage information can make a truly big difference to your happiness and your relationships with the very people you cherish. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you ever felt the pressure to share something you wished you hadn't? Or have you found ways to maintain your privacy in a loving family? Please share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your wisdom can help so many others navigate these delicate situations. If you found this video helpful, or if it sparked some thoughts for you, please do give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We're always sharing new ideas and perspectives to help you thrive and embrace every moment of life after 60. Thank you for spending this time with us. Live your best life at every age, confidently and authentically.